today's topic is combination of resistances, and first combination is series. Series combination means one end of one resistor is connected to one end of the other resistor. So this is a kind of series combination. Let us suppose that we have three resistances R1, R2, R3, and let us suppose that the potential difference across them is V1, V2, V3. As we know that potential difference is the property between a property which is in between 2 points, means it is a point property. Now R1 is connected between A and B, so its potential difference is V1. R2 is connected between B and C, so it will have a different potential difference V2, and R3 is connected between C and D. So R1, R2, R3 are connected in between different points, so their potential differences are different. What quantity is common? That is current. Suppose I current comes from the battery, then I current passes through R1, same current passes through R2, and the same current I passes through R3 also. So this is the method of identification that whether the resistances are connected in series or not. What you have to check is, you will simply check whether the same current is passing through all the resistors. If yes, then they are connected in series combination. So here we have the series combination. Let us suppose that the potential difference applied by the battery through the whole circuit is V, then V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Algebraic addition, because V is a scalar quantity. So total potential difference applied between A and D is V1 plus V2 plus V3, and that is your V. Now V is equal to IR, we have the formula. Now this is V applied across the whole circuit, so you can say IR equivalent, and RS is the resistance of the series combination, equivalent resistance of the circuit of three resistors. IRS equals to IR1, V1 equals to I current is passing through it, IR1, IR2, IR3. You take I common, R1 plus R2 plus R3. I and I will cancel, and series combination, equivalent resistance of the series combination is R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is for the series combination of three resistances. Now here a special property is there, that suppose your R1, R2, R3 all are equal to R. R1, R2, R3, let us suppose that they all are equal. Suppose equal to R. Then RS will be equal to 3R. Means 3 times the individual resistance. So it means that the series combination, the resistance of the series combination is always more than the individual resistances. Or in other words, you can say that series combination always increases the resistance of the circuit. Now next is parallel combination. Parallel combination is R1, R2, R3. Suppose we have connected like this. So you can see that R1, if this point is A, this point is B, then R1 is connected across in between A and B. R2 is also connected between A and B. R3 is also connected in between A and B. So what quantity will remain constant? It is potential difference. So what is the potential difference across R1? It is equal to the potential difference across R2, equal to the potential difference across R3, which is equal to the potential difference applied by the battery. Now suppose I current comes from the battery, then here the division of current will take place. Suppose I1 goes to R1, I2 goes to R2 and I3 goes to R3. This is the method of identification of parallel combination, that you check if the division of current is taking place between the resistances, then the resistors are in parallel combination. Now here simply I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, because current is a scalar quantity, so simple algebraic addition. It means I equals to V equals to IR, I equals to V upon R. V is the potential difference applied by the battery across the circuit, across the combination of resistances. This was the total current given to the combination. So V is the total potential difference applied across the combination, that is V, and R is the resistance of the combination, that is RP of the parallel combination, is equal to across I1 V is same and V upon R1, V upon R2, V upon R3. If you take V common, 1 upon R1, 1 upon R2, 1 upon R3. V and V will get cancelled and you get 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1, 1 upon R2, 1 upon R3. This is resistance of this parallel combination of three resistors. Now let us again suppose the same condition we take here, then 1 upon Rp will be equal to 1 upon R plus 1 upon R plus 1 upon R, means 3 upon R. So what is Rp? R upon 3. So you can see that here the parallel combinations, the resistance of the parallel combination is less than the individual resistance. R upon 3 is 1/3 of the any resistance. So it is clear from these two things that series combination, from these two observations, it is clear that the series combination always increases the resistance of the circuit and the parallel combination always decreases the resistance of the circuit, of the combination. The parallel combination always decreases, series combination always increases the resistance. Okay, so this was about the combination of resistances. Now next topic is EMF of a cell, and there is one more term which we call as terminal potential difference. Terminal potential difference, this is also of a cell. The terminal potential difference and the EMF. Suppose we have a cell like this. First of all, I will discuss with you that what is EMF of the cell. Suppose we have a circuit. This is a key and this is external resistance and this is the internal resistance of the cell. E is the EMF of the cell. Now every cell has some internal resistance. Internal resistance means how the charge moves in a circuit. The charge comes out from the positive terminal, moves through the circuit and comes to the negative terminal. And inside the cell it moves from negative terminal towards the positive terminal. Means the charge, when the current flows through the circuit, in the external circuit and outside the cell, the charge flows from positive terminal towards the negative terminal, and inside the cell it flows from negative terminal towards the positive terminal. Now inside the cell we have electrolyte. Electrolyte is filled in there. Now that electrolyte have atoms of that particular that electrolyte, it is having atoms inside. So when the charge passes through the electrolyte, it suffers collision with the atoms of the electrolyte and hence it suffers some some resistance inside the cell. That resistance is called as the internal resistance of the cell. Internal resistance of cell. The resistance offered by the cell itself. Okay, so that is internal resistance of the cell. Now, what do you understand? What we first of all, let me tell you that what is the definition of EMF of a cell. Suppose we are taking a unit positive charge plus 1 coulomb from positive terminal to the negative terminal. The work done per unit charge in taking a charge. First of all, let me tell you the definition. Work done per unit charge in taking a charge from positive terminal towards the from positive terminal of the cell to the negative terminal through the circuit when circuit is open. When circuit is open, that amount of work done per unit charge is called as the EMF of the cell. Okay. So this is the total amount of energy. EMF actually refers to the total amount of energy that a cell is having, with the total amount of energy with which it can flow the charge from positive terminal towards the negative terminal. That is EMF, the total capacity energy of the cell, the total amount of work done, whatever work it can do. That is EMF. Now, the other term is terminal potential difference. Now you close the circuit. Now what will happen? The current will start flowing through the circuit. How? Outside in the external circuit, it will move from positive terminal towards the negative terminal, and inside it will flow from negative to positive. Now while doing so, it will suffer some resistance inside the cell as well as outside the cell. Now whatever work is done in taking the charge, now or simply you can say now the capacity of the charge, the potential difference of the terminals of the cell is called as the terminal potential difference. Means with a simple example I will tell you now. Suppose you have a cell plus minus, you have an external circuit and you put up a key here. This is R. Internal resistance is R. Without closing the key, means when the switch is open, you connect the terminals with a voltmeter. Now whatever reading you are getting is the reading of EMF of the cell. When the key is open, now the voltmeter is reading the potential difference of the plates of the cell, and no current is passing through the circuit. Means there is no resistance. There is no involvement of any resistance. So that is now it is measuring the EMF. Once you switch on the key, then current will start flowing through the circuit, and you will find that the reading of the voltmeter will decrease by some value. Means if initially the needle was pointing at some value, then it will decrease. That is your terminal potential difference when the key is closed. So the potential difference between the plates of the cell when the key is open is EMF, electromotive force. And when the key is closed, means in a closed circuit, when you measure the potential difference of the plates of the cell, it is called as the terminal potential difference. Okay. Now this terminal potential difference, as I told you that EMF is the total capacity of the cell to flow the charge. Now the total capacity, total energy, you have the total energy. Now what happens? That's how that energy will be utilized, how the work will be done. Total energy, or you can say the total work that cell can do on a charge to take the charge from positive to negative. Now that total work can be, in this case, can be divided into two parts. Some amount of work is done in taking the charge through this distance from positive terminal towards the negative terminal, and that is your terminal potential difference. And some amount of work is done against the resistance of the cell, and that is IR. Suppose if I current passes through the circuit, then I into small r is the what is V equals to IR. This is nothing but the value of V only, the potential difference. This is nothing but the potential difference only. Okay, so this is the total potential difference. This is potential difference from this point to this point, and this is the potential difference from this point to this point inside the cell. So their sum should be equal. E equals to V plus IR. So how much will be V? V equals to E minus IR. This IR is that value by which V is less than E. Means V is less than E by a value of this. So this is called as the potential drop. This is called as the potential drop. So terminal potential difference is equal to EMF minus the potential drop. What is potential drop? Potential drop is the amount of work done in taking the charge from negative terminal to the positive terminal against the internal resistance of the cell. That is potential drop. Okay, now both EMF and this is V, they both are having the same SI unit, and that is the SI unit of that potential difference. The SI unit is, for both of them, SI unit is Joule per Coulomb. Joule per Coulomb is the SI unit, or the volt, capital V. Volt, which is equivalent to Joule per Coulomb, is the SI unit of EMF or the terminal potential difference. Okay, how can we define the 1 volt EMF of a cell? So the EMF of a cell is said to be 1 volt when 1 joule of work is done in taking 1 unit charge from positive terminal towards the negative terminal when the circuit is open. Okay, when the circuit is open means when the circuit is open, if the cell is doing 1 joule work on 1 coulomb charge in taking the charge through the circuit, then we say that the EMF of the cell is 1 volt. Once again I would like to repeat here. Suppose you have like this, you have a key open, then EMF is the work done in taking the charge through the cell plus work done in taking the charge through the circuit also. So EMF is said to be, what is V equals to, we have EMF equals to, yes, W equals to VQ. So V is equal to W upon Q. Now EMF will be same as Joule upon charge, the Coulomb. If Joule is 1, if you have this value 1 Joule and charge as 1 Coulomb, then E will be equal to 1 volt. So EMF of a cell is said to be 1 volt if the work done by the cell is, if 1 joule of work is done by the cell in taking 1 unit positive charge from positive terminal towards the negative terminal in the circuit, in the external circuit, and from negative terminal towards the positive terminal inside the cell when the circuit is open. When the circuit is open. That is your 1 volt EMF of the cell. And what will be 1 volt terminal potential difference? 1 volt terminal potential difference is the work done in taking the charge from positive to negative through the circuit when the key is closed, not inside the circuit. So 1 volt, the terminal potential difference of a cell is said to be 1 volt if it performs 1 joule work in taking a 1 unit charge, in taking plus 1 unit charge from positive terminal towards the negative terminal when the circuit is closed. That is 1 volt terminal potential difference. Okay, just now we discussed about the internal resistance of the cell. that we have already discussed, and terminal potential difference term, we have discussed the potential difference between terminals of the cell in closed circuit is terminal potential difference. What their relation is, E equals to V plus IR, or V equals to E minus IR is their relation. Now we will obtain the expression for internal resistance of a cell. Expression for the internal resistance of a cell. Now internal resistance will work. Suppose you have a external resistance, then you have a key, this is R, internal resistance is R, and key is closed. Suppose I current is passing through this. Now if you take the measurement of the terminals of the cell, if you measure the potential difference of the terminals, then you what value you will get? You will get terminal potential difference. Okay, so how much current here is passing through the circuit? What is the total capacity? What is the total potential difference of the cell? It is E, EMF of the cell. And what is the total resistance? It is R plus small r. They both, you can consider their combination as a series combination, because whatever current will pass through R, the same current will then again pass through this small r also. So it is I equals to E upon R plus R. Now we have the formula V equals to I R. See, for the EMF is the total work done in taking the charge from positive to negative inside the circuit and from negative to positive inside the cell. So if you are writing here EMF, then you will have to consider both the parts, the external circuit as well as the internal circuit. So that's why we are writing R plus R, and that is equal to current. Now if you are measuring only terminal potential difference, then it means only the external resistance, external circuit's resistance. So it is V equals to IR. This is terminal potential difference, this is EMF of the cell. Now it means that V equals to I can be replaced by E upon R plus R into R. Yes, so R plus R is equal to E upon V into R. This R plus R reaches here and V comes there. So R is equal to E upon V into R minus R. That means if you take R common, E upon V minus 1 into R is the value of internal resistance of the cell. And this determination of internal resistance of the cell with this formula is included in your practicals also. It means you will find out this practically. Okay. Now next is combination of cells. Combination of cells, again series and parallel. You can again just like the resistors, you can combine the cells also into different types of. Actually we will discuss three different types of combination. One is series, other is parallel, and the third one will be mixed grouping. Means some of the cells, some number of cells will be connected among each other in the series combination, and then those series combination will be connected in parallelly with other series one series combination with other series combination would be connected in parallel. So that is mixed grouping. Okay, first of all, series combination. Now in this we will consider two cases. First, you have a cell here. This is E1, this is E2. You have two cells connected in such a way that the positive of one cell is connected to the negative of the other cell. Negative of one connected to positive of other. One combination can be like this also. the negatives are connected together. That means similar poles are connected together. Here unlike poles are connected together. So these two different type of series combination we will discuss. Suppose this point is A, this is B and this is C, and let us suppose that the current is passing through this circuit, this combination of the cells from right to left. Then here the current is coming like this, same current is passing through both the cells. So in first case, when this is the combination, the potential difference between A and B. Now VA minus VB, A will be at higher potential because it is connected to the positive terminal of the cell. B will be at lower potential. If you consider this cell, B is at the lower potential. So VA minus VB is equal to, it will be equal to, suppose the resistance is R1 and here resistance is R2. So VA minus VB is equal to E1 minus I R1. Using the formula, V is equal to E minus IR. Using that formula, VAB is equal to E1 minus IR1, and this VAB is nothing but VA minus VB. Potential difference of A and B is E1 minus IR1. Take this as first expression. Now you consider for the second cell. VBC is equal to E2 minus IR2. That means VB minus VC is equal to E2 minus IR2. Take this as second. Now VAC is the potential difference across the combination. So this is our total potential difference across the combination of the two cells. So VAC you can write VA minus VC, which in turn you can write VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. You can rearrange it in this way. V minus VB plus VB will get cancelled and you will get VA minus VC only. Now how much is VA minus VB? It is this much, E1 minus I R1 plus E2 minus I R2, and this is the potential difference across the combination. Suppose if I replace this combination by one cell, then whose EMF will be E equivalent and R will be, resistance will be R equivalent. I am taking R equivalent as the resistance of the combination and internal resistance of the combination, and E equivalent as the EMF of the combination of cells. So this will become E equivalent minus IR equivalent is equal to this value. You can write this as E1 plus E2 minus I common R1 plus R2. So comparing the equations, EMF will be equal to this part minus I, R equivalent will be equal to this part. On comparing both the equations, what we get finally is E equivalent equals to E1 plus E2 and R equivalent equals to R1 plus R2. So in series combination, how we get the equivalent EMF? You simply add the EMFs of the two cells and the internal resistance, the equivalent internal resistance of the combination is obtained by simply adding the internal individual resistances. But the condition is given that the unlike poles are connected with each other, means negative of one battery is connected to the positive of other battery. Now we will obtain the same formula for this second case. Okay, let me name it here itself. A, B, C. This is R1, this is R2. Current is approaching like this. This is E2, this is E1. Now one thing I want you to remember, that if suppose you have a battery like this, if suppose the current is coming this way and you have another situation, okay, suppose if E is the EMF of the cell. Now if the current inside the cell is passing, you remember this convention actually, that if the current passes inside the cell from positive terminal towards the negative terminal, or simply if the current hits the, if the current is hitting the positive plate of the battery, then the EMF will be taken negative. And if the current hits the negative terminal of the battery, then EMF will be taken as positive. Because previously also we discussed that the current passes from positive terminal to the negative terminal outside the cell, but inside the cell it passes from negative to positive. So here in this case, inside the cell the current would be flowing from negative to positive. That's why the EMF is positive, because here EMF will support the current. In this case, the current of the battery here the current is passing inside the cell from positive terminal towards the negative terminal, which is opposite to the direction of current which has to be inside the cell. So here the EMF will oppose this current. So that is why here the EMF is negative. So it means that simply here, if the current is passing like this, then EMF of the second cell will be minus E2, and for the first cell it will be plus E1. Now simply we will make few changes here. For the first cell VA minus VB is E1 minus IR1. For the second cell VBC is equal to minus E2 minus IR2. So this is minus E2 minus IR2. So VAC equals to VA minus VC, VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. Again same thing. Same thing. Here it will become minus, and therefore you get here the minus sign, and finally here you get minus. So how much will be the net EMF of the series combination? If the similar poles are connected with each other, then you get the resultant EMF by subtracting the individual EMFs, but the internal resistance will remain same. You will get by addition of the individual resistances. Means if suppose you have a series combination of cells, whatever be the type of combination, internal resistance will always be given by the sum of the individual resistances, but EMF will be given by the addition if the combination is like this, means unlike poles are connected, unlike terminals are connected with each other. If like terminals are connected, then you obtain by subtraction. This is your series combination. Now next is parallel combination. Now parallel combination is this way. Suppose I current, and let us name these 2 points as A and B, and let us suppose that this is E1, this is E2, internal resistance is R2, internal resistance is R1, and the same current I comes here, I1, division of current is taking place, I2, and this is I1. Okay, the potential difference across A and B is V. V is the potential difference, terminal potential difference between A and the potential difference between the points A and B. Okay. So here what we have done is the positive poles are connected at A and the negative poles are connected at B. So from the first cell, for the first cell, the terminal potential difference is V. So for the first cell, V is equal to E1 minus IR1. Current is passing, is hitting the negative plate first, so your EMF will be positive. E1 minus IR1 is the terminal potential difference at cell 1. Now second cell, V is equal to E2 minus IR2. For the second cell, V is equal to this potential difference since second cell is also connected between the same points A and B. So terminal potential difference of second cell is again V and is equal to E2 minus I2. IR1 we have written I1 and E1 minus I1 R1 and E2 minus I2 R2. Now here I is equal to I1 plus I2. So we will substitute the values here. I1 is equal to will be I1 is equal to from here I1 will be, bring it here, E1 minus V upon R1. E1 minus V upon R1 and I2 will be E2 minus V upon R2. This is equal to I. So now you can write E1 upon R1 minus V upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 minus V upon R2. Okay, you can write now E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 in one bracket and take minus common, minus V common, 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 in the second bracket. Now I for the whole combination will be given by, suppose the total EMF is E, the total EMF is E and the total internal resistance is R equivalent, then I is equal to E equivalent minus V upon R equivalent. So it means that you can write here E equivalent upon R equivalent minus V into 1 upon R equivalent. Now comparing the two sides, this term should be equal to the first term minus V and this term should be equal to the second term as there is a equal to sign between the terms. So now when we obtain the expression, when we compare them, what we get is E equivalent upon R equivalent is equal to this one and it will be E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2. That is, they both are equal and 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Okay. So this is the expression to calculate the equivalent resistance. The reciprocal of the equivalent resistance in parallel combination is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2, just like your ordinary resistances in parallel combination. But to get the value of the equivalent resistance, we will have to use this formula. Now suppose our cells have similar nature. Similar nature means their EMFs are equal, their R is also equal, their internal resistances are also equal. Now if E1 is equal to E2 is equal to E and R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R, then these formulas will become, these two formulas will become E equivalent upon R equivalent is equal to E upon R plus E upon R, that means 2E upon R, and this will become 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon R plus 1 upon R equals to 2 upon R. So your resistance is R by 2, your resistance of the cells in the internal resistance of the cells in parallel combination becomes 1/2. Now you replace this value here in this expression, so you get E equivalent is equal to 2E upon R into R equivalent, and R equivalent is R by 2. So 2 and R will cancel and you get E. It means that if you combine two similar cells in parallel combination, the EMF of the combination remains equivalent to the EMF of the single cell. Means EMF does not change. What changes is only the internal resistance. It becomes 1/2.